Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play the Solus project. Now before I get into the game, I feel like this is one of those games that's kind of an anomaly in the indie game world, and the reason why I say that is because this feels like one of those games that should have been like crowdfunded 2 years ago, and that it would have been, constantly hyped and hyped and hyped, and then eventually, or I guess really soon after crowdfunding, it'd be put into early access, and then after, several years, it eventually would get content added to it until it was released. And I feel like that's what this game feels like it should have been, but in reality, it's quite different in the sense that it kind of just got released out of the blue, because I've noticed when I've looked into this game, there's not much hype about it, there's not really any news about it, except for, that it just came out 2 days ago. And it's weird because there's a bunch of, logs here, but I don't think this game was very easily accessed or that people knew about it that much. But I'd say, before I get into it, this game is it's akin to a game that just came out called Firewatch, in the sense that it encourages exploration, and the game's kind of all about just, exploring and looking into your surroundings, but in the end, there's a linear plot that's driving everything. And you know what, rather than just talk about it, I might as well get started. So, let's just get on with it. Yeah, I played the game a bit just to see how well it would run and all that. And it runs pretty well, and it's a really beautiful game, so let's just get right into it. I'll just overwrite this right away, too. Alright. So yeah, basically the plot of this game is that you land on a planet. It's actually just like a game I've been playing a lot recently, at least the initial plot is like Subnautica, where, well, here we go, I'll read this. In the year 2115, scientists identify a rogue Class B star traveling towards us. Earth and the solar system will be destroyed. The Prolus ships are launched in 2149. 3 giant colony ships carry thousands to a safe zone near Pluto. In 2151, the Earth is destroyed with nowhere to go. Our last resources are scrambled, and 5 scout ships are sent to 5 distant worlds. So, yeah, basically, Earth done got destroyed, and we're part of a small group of people that are still alive, and we're just basically trying to find a planet to colonize. And yeah, this game, it's definitely got a lot of aspects of a lot of the popular indie games that are out right now, like Subnautica or Stranded Deep, and I guess Firewatch, which just came out. It's very similar to all those games, but otherwise it's kind of a unique experience that I can't really say I've seen anything like it until now. So yeah, there's our spaceship. Pretty neat. And you probably, even if you don't know anything about this game, you can probably expect what's going to happen to the spaceship. Oh, any second now. Any second. Oh, there's a little flash there. And now, if you look in the bottom below our ship, there's a little something coming towards us, and oh, we just got exploded. And there's us, about to get shot out of the little escape pod. So yeah, we're basically on some ship sent to colonize a planet that's Earth-like, and we're the only survivor. So, if you've seen Subnautica, that's basically the exact same, intro to Subnautica, and yeah, here we are now in the escape pod. I can look around a little bit, but not much.
Father, Yuri, can you
Father?
hear me?
Yeah, somehow I feel like your family's not gonna be quite alive, unfortunately.
Where is everyone? Did anyone make it to the drop pods? Raymond? Lois?
Oh.
Is anyone there?
Uh-oh. It's probably not very good for compasses to be spinning like that. Probably not good at all. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot hear a single word of what the onboard system is saying. And now, all there is black. Well, that was a good game, everyone. Thanks for watching. Very good experience. I'm glad you watched. Oh, there you go. Yeah, for some reason, right after that initial cutscene, there's just black. Just all black for like 10 seconds before you actually get to the loading screen. So I thought the game crashed at first when I was doing my initial sort of trial run. Alright. Yeah, so we crashed land on this planet that you can see in the loading screen, and the game's all about exploration. I think I said that already. It's really, once I get into it, you'll sort of see what I meant when I say it's like a combination of a lot of other indie games ideas. Oh, here we are. And as you can see at the top, the game, it's kind of weird how this game was released too, or how it's being released, I should say. It's technically Steam Early Access, but from what the developers say at least, the entirety of the game has already been made. They're just going to incrementally release each, I guess, new part of the story every couple weeks. And there we go, jumping out of our nice little pod and breaking our helmet immediately. Although I think the game just shows damage like Call of Duty games show damage, in the sense that there's just cracks and shit on your screen rather than actual things happening. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do normal. And I am indeed American, and I am not that acquainted with the metric system, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Yeah, and here we go. And as you can see right away, the game is quite beautiful looking. It just, yeah, that was the one thing that sort of strikes me about this game, is that compared to a lot of other indie games of this caliber, it just looks really pretty. So we're going to basically be spending the entirety of the game exploring this beautiful planet, which, that's alright with me. But yeah, when you start out, I'd say like this game, it kind of reminds me of a mixture of, like graphically it kind of feels like Alien Isolation. Alright, I'll let this thing talk. Yeah, I'd say the crafting is kind of like Stranded Deep, in the sense that there's not that much of an interface. You have to just combine items, and then you get other items as a result. So yeah, let's use this sharp rock now. We can cut through this wire. Yeah, and it's kind of strange, because it's like the game... Oh, what is this? Stats, P, B, O. Where's P, B, and O? P is stats, B is sleep, O is objectives. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so these are just a bunch of stats about us. But yeah, anyways, the game is a bit unique in the sense that, from what the developers say, it's completely done. They're just going to release it incrementally and let people sort of point out the bugs and everything from the get-go. And yeah, look at how beautiful this place is. It's really nice looking, that is for sure. Alright, so we should probably find some stuff to take. Oh, here's some notes. Lada's diary. Now she's asking if she can use my assigned communication time. Huh. Yeah, I feel like this is all scattered and we don't really have any idea. I wonder... Yeah, I didn't really see. I wonder if all these diary notes are actually like kept track of when you scan them, or if you just have to find them. Alright, yeah, that's the stats thing. Oops. Yeah, unfortunately, the game has yet to have a lot of features like, let me see. Yeah, I wanted to have subtitles because I've had trouble understanding a lot of what the characters are saying in the game. So I wanted to put subtitles on, but as you can see, female voice and subtitles are coming in one of the upcoming updates. So, yeah, this is definitely an oddity in the indie gaming world, I feel. Oh hi, look at that floating rock. But well, from what I played before, it does feel very polished for a game that just came out in early access. So I am inclined to believe them that the game is pretty much done. They're just wanting to release it incrementally so people can just sort of, I guess they're sort of forcing people. Oh, yeah, they're basically forcing people to pace themselves, I guess.
It's all up in flames. I need to last long enough to report something back to Solus Command. Better have a look around and see if anything or anyone survived.
So yeah, as I kind of said before, this game really feels like it's Stranded Deep in terms of the crafting. In terms of the story, it's kind of like Firewatch, and then yeah, in terms of just like, in the gameplay, it kind of also reminds me of Subnautica. So it's sort of just an amalgamation, I guess you could say. Whoa, I don't think I want to be on these guys. Massive ass Venus flytraps, probably not a good idea. to be hanging around them. Oh, and here's some more notes. I get more of Lotta's diary. So this is the beginning. I decided to start a journal since I was assigned to Solus project. It's been an honor to be one of the few selected to save humanity. I want to record that. It's probably a suicide mission, but staying on Prolos is suicide anyways. Surprisingly numb after saying goodbye to all my friends and loved ones. Perhaps it'll hit me later. I don't feel that excited. I just feel nothing. Well, that's pleasant. This is one of the greatest moments in human history. I don't think it's really great. It's sort of I feel like having to flee Earth because everything's getting destroyed would be more of a necessity than anything else. Met my new colleagues again today. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read all these because there's, 26 of them, so I'll let that sort of thing to if any of you decide to play the game yourself. Yeah, it definitely feels like this game has a lot to explore. Actually, if I go here, it says there are 115 secrets and 355 stories, so there's a lot. And I don't know if that's supposed to be in the entirety of the game or if that's just in this first act. Because from what I've heard, I said how the game's being released incrementally, so the first act, I think, is about 3 hours long from what I read. It depends on how much you decide to explore, pretty much. So, and then I think about, like, in 2 weeks or so, they'll release the next increment. Or maybe that'll just be bug fixes, and I don't know. They didn't really specify. Yeah, the game developers were definitely very, how do I put this? They don't seem to have a good PR person, because there's a lot about this game that seems to be, like, unknown. Yeah, there's these survival handbook notes that I should probably read. If you find yourself in a precarious situation, explore your surroundings. Yep. As soon as you can, secure a source of heat, fresh water, and food. Yeah, it's basically just survival 101, it seems like. Stay dry, sleep well, protect yourself, yada yada yada. And be careful not to get lost. Yup. Yeah, so this game does have like a day and night system, it seems. I don't know though if the day and night system follows the story or if it just sort of does it like it wants to. I don't know. The game's definitely very... Okay, this experience saves after sleeping. I see. Ah, so that's how the sleeping works. Yeah, because when I was doing my little playthrough, I didn't really understand how the sleeping worked. Alright. Yeah. So we have to build a transmitter and stuff, pretty much. So yeah, otherwise we just have to craft stuff from all this random junk we can find. And right away it says, build a torch. So we need dry material, wrap the material around some kind of handle, yada yada yada. Okay. Here's some fresh water. So we can drink from that. And our little, I guess, heads up display. I don't even know, I guess PDA is what you'd call it nowadays. Our little PDA on the left basically tells us how to do everything in the game, more or less. And I think we can only carry so many rocks at a time, but otherwise we can carry a bunch of other junk. Oh yeah, I guess we can have 12 total items, at least for now. I don't know if we'll be able to make like a backpack or what. Huh. Wonder what's over here. Seems to be some weird bioluminescent rock-like thing. No idea what that is. And you can kind of tell right away how the game is kind of linear, because it's like, sure, we're sort of in a survival situation. Like, the game, it feels kind of like, at the beginning, it starts out like a game like Stranded Deep, where it feels like everything's available to you, but really, we're stuck to this island over here, this little, I guess not island, this coast right here, and then this little cave. And otherwise, we have to sort of just follow the objectives, at least for now. Alright, got some food. I got a pipe. What else does the game want me to get? Yeah, I noticed when I just sort of went around and explored myself, the game kind of got pissed at me. Because, like, I remember I made a torch completely, like, by myself. And then, because I wasn't following the game, it made me build another torch just because I wasn't following what it wanted me to do. So I'm just going to do this right now so the game doesn't make me do it a second time. Alright. So yeah, we have to combine these items now. Oops. I wonder how to do this. Do I have to hold control, perhaps? I mean, yeah, I know we can add it like that. So yeah, I don't. The crafting's kind of confusing. It definitely seems like Strand Deep in the sense that like you have to physically alter a lot of the items in order to get them to the state you want them to be in. So yeah. So yeah, now we got this torch. Now we have to go over here and put some oil on it, I guess. And what does it say about it? Because the game does give a bit of a... Actually, I think it'll give me a bit of a information thing about it once I put this oil on. Yeah, it says burnable and essential, but for some reason the game made it seem like the torches last forever. And we've got this massive ass like jet engine, so I guess we're just gonna walk right into that. I feel like that wasn't very good for our health, but I guess that's what you need to do in order to make the torch. It's too bad we couldn't just like interact next to it. And yeah, now we're starting Act 1, so that was technically not even like an act. It was just the introduction. And I think each act is supposed to be, I think I said about 2 to 3 hours. Oh hey. Oh, connection established. Oh, what the fudge cakes? That's creepy. Alright. Ugh, what the hell? These little eye plants are messed up. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I really think I want subtitles, because I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't really understand a word that chick just said. Something about... Did I just set that on fire? I did not want to set that on fire. That was a poor decision. Oh, I guess if I set that on fire... I see. So I can eat the plants, but I can also just start a fire and then use the fire to heat myself up. Ah, that was stupid of me to just set a fire there then, huh? Alright, I'm gonna end this first episode here, I think, so thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next episode in the experience of this very interesting game. Yeah, it definitely feels like one of those games that just sort of came out of nowhere, but that's alright with me because it seems to be really interesting. So yeah, thank you all for watching, hope to see you next time, and goodbye.